Hi there, it's Grandma Roseanne. You found your way to my kitchen and you're so lucky you did because today is Italian Day and that has to be my very favorite cuisine. So what we're going to make is raviolis. They're so exquisite and so delicious and I'm going to teach you how to do it right now. We're going to do our filling first. I have a Breville here, a food processor, which you probably will want to use. What I have done is I have cubed just 2 slices of bread, pop those in. I have 1 ounce of Parmesan cheese that's been grated, 1/4 cup of chicken stock, I have 1 egg that I forgot to set out here. It was in the refrigerator. So 1 egg, that's going to be your binding factor. 2 tablespoons of minced parsley, fresh hopefully. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. 3/4 teaspoon of lemon zest. I know you didn't expect that. 2 garlic cloves. I know you expected that, but then we're going to have a surprise that you really would say, what are you doing? Dried mustard. 1/2 teaspoon of dried mustard. It makes all the difference in the world, you guys. Now we're just going to process this for maybe just 15 pulses, maybe less. Okay, and then we're making pork ravioli. So here I have 1 pound of pork. But before that, cameraman, come in here. Let them take a look at what this panade looks like. Looks just like that. And that's where all your flavor is sitting right now. So 1 pound of ground pork. I love ravioli. And now we are just going to pulse this maybe just about 5 times. I said 5, but I went 7, but it's perfect. Look. That is outrageously good. Look at that. It's exactly what you want. Now that our filling is done, we're going to put it into a bowl, wrap it up, leave it in the refrigerator until we're ready to use it. Did you see how fast that was? Did you see how easy that was? Oh my word. And I'm just going to leave this in the refrigerator until I'm ready. Well, now we're ready for our dough. We've got our filling already complete and our dough, again, super simple. In the food processor, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 whole eggs, 6 egg yolks. This makes a very, very rich pasta. And 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You are just going to process this until it becomes crumbly, and I'll show you how to test it. Okay, come over here and take a look. This is what you're looking for, when you can just pull it together, just like that. That is perfect. Now, just on a really, really lightly floured counter, you want to dump this out. We're going to knead it just a few times. Just give it a little bit of love. This is a very, very easy dough to work with. You are going to be thrilled when you see this. Perfect. And what did it take us? Like, I don't know, less than a minute? So now we are going to wrap this up nice and tight. You don't want it to dry out. And now you're going to place this gorgeous dough on your countertop, and it'll be there 1 to 4 hours. Okay? We shall return. Okie dokie, we are ready to roll out our pasta dough. Now this is a beautiful, beautiful loaf. We have let this sit out for 4 hours, and the texture of this is absolutely amazing. So what we want to do is we want to cut it. I'm going to score it in half and then in thirds. Okay? Then we can just cut down. Now the reason we have done this is because it's so much easier to work with your dough when it is not enormous. Now, I will tell you, I'm going to cut it down even further. I'm going to take this and cut it again. The reason I'm doing this is because it is, okay, if you're a professional, you can work with a sheet of pastry dough that is, I don't know, this long. I've seen them do it. I am incredibly impressed when they do it, but I will tell you guys right up front, I can't handle that much dough. I can't. So for my pasta dough, I'm going to cut it into smaller pieces that I can manage. You don't want this to dry out, so fold it, get it over there again. Now, on a lightly floured board or counter, whatever you're using, you want to get this into kind of a rectangle. I am going to use my KitchenAid because it's wonderful and it makes my life in making pasta so much better. I'm going to show you in the event that you do have a KitchenAid how to use this, but I will also tell you if you don't have this or if you don't have a pasta roller of any kind, just take your rolling pin the way our grandmothers did it, and you're just going to roll it. The main thing is you don't want it real wide, but you want it very long, okay? Now, what you're going to want is for it to be relatively thin. Okay, now I'm going to start this out, and I'm going to be over on a number 1. So if you're using one of these for the first time, you pull it out, and they're numbered 1 through 8. 1 is going to be your thickest. So we're going to start there. You let it come through, then fold it over, let it come through again. Fold it over. We're going to move it to a 2. Going to take it to a 3. Whoa! Fold it over there. A 4. And for me, I think that's about fine. If I do this, I don't know if you can see it. I can see my hand through it. And if I can you see that? Okay, that's translucent enough. I'm going to lay this down just like that. And I'm going to get my next piece out. Now, if there's experienced people out there, they're going, I can't believe you're doing it in such small amounts. Well, you know, we have to do things to our skill level. This is my skill level. Now we just do the same thing again. Now I'm going to show you what can happen, because if it does, I'm going to show you how to correct it. I'm going to take this from a 4 to a 6, but I want you to watch to see what happens to the dough. Do you see how it's rippling? You see that? That's not good. So rather than panic, all you do is fold it over, move it back up to what is reasonable, which would be probably a 4 to start again. And you see what you've done? You've straightened out your dough. I will tell you, the first time I did that, I didn't know what was happening and I did panic. Okay, now we've got them about the same size, right? I'm going to just even them off a little bit. There. And it's an egg white that I'm using. Egg white with just a tiny bit of water. Get our delicious pork and 1 teaspoon. And be careful not to overfill, because if you do, when you put this into the water to cook, it's going to explode on you, so it's not going to be to your advantage. 1 teaspoon is plenty of fill on these. A little bit of egg wash on this. I'm going to just lay it over, just like that. Oops. Scoot over there. All right. Now what you need to do here, and it's really quite important, is that you get the air out of it. So just get in there and form a little round cup in there. And you will feel the air coming out. You'll feel it popping out through your fingers. All right, now I'm just cutting off edges. And because we are well floured, these are very easy to pick up. If you don't flour correctly, they're a little bit of a bugger to pick up. We're just going to crimp the edges just to make sure that they're well sealed. I'm going to do 6 of these because I think you get the idea, and you don't need to sit and watch me make 40 of them, okay? Now we're going to come over here. I have got a pot of boiling salted water, and it is boiling rapidly. Now I'm going to reduce it down to a simmer, and we're going to put these in. Bring it up a little bit to a simmer, and I'm going to ask my buddy, Alexa, time 13 minutes.
13 minutes, starting now.
And they will be done, okay?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
She's funny. If you'll come and just take a look, they're nice and floating. And if we have done a tremendous job, 6 went in, 6 will, oh, there's the other one. I thought, what happened to it? We got one kind of hiding under there. So if we did a good job, 6 went in, 6 will come out, and 6 will be our lunch. Sounds like a deal to me. Be back in 13. Okie dokie, we are done. And I think it looks gorgeous. But maybe I think it looks gorgeous because it's like your own baby is always beautiful. I don't know that anybody else would say it's gorgeous, but the taste. Let's see what it does for the taste. We have that pork. We have beautiful pasta. Can you see all that in there? Ooh, so good. A pasta sauce that we made from tomatoes that we grew, and I do have that recipe posted, so go scrounge around and find it because you will love it. All right, bon appetit. I kid you not, that is the best pasta I've ever eaten, ever. It is absolutely, it's tender. It has substance, it has flavor, but it's tender. Oh my gosh, you guys. I do hope that you will try it. I hope you will. Now, you know I'm going to leave you the ingredients below, and just follow through with what we did. And if it doesn't work for you the first time, just understand it didn't work for me the first time either. But it was worth going through the learning process. So I hope you will take the time. I know you'll enjoy the end product. So thank you. And does not hurt to have a glass of Chianti with it. Does not hurt. So thank you so much. Bye. We'll see you on the next video.